So why do we repurpose drugs? Why do we say, well, let's pick up a drug and use it, even though you don't have approval in ovarian cancer? Why are we going to use it? It's a lot cheaper to investigate, to make an assumption that it works and to see it works. We're using breast cancer drugs, okay? It's a lot more effective, and I'll go through some of the actual statistics, but it's not creating the wheel all over again. It's saying we have a hormonally sensitive tumor, like breast cancer. It's a tolerable, safe therapy in given to breast cancer patients. Let's do a smaller study, not a 400 or 500 randomized controlled phase 3 trial. Let's do a smaller phase 2 study to see if it works. We do the phase 2 trial, which we've done before. It works. We get something called NCCN listing, which is what we call a compendium listing. Another way of saying it is insurance companies will pay for something if it's in the compendium listing, if it's not FDA approved. Right? So a lot of times we worry about the expenses of things. If we were going to rely on insurance companies just to pay for things if they're FDA approved, there would be no treatments for low grade because nothing's FDA approved for low grade. But if it can get a compendium listing based on a smaller study, smaller, costs less, which is important because monies are limited, needs less patients, then we can get this compendium listing, which is important. Repurposing drugs uses proof safe and effective drugs. We're not using drugs just for the first time when we repurpose drugs. Again, we're using drugs that are approved for their indications to see if they better work in this disease setting. So when we talk about the chronology of trials, phase 1 trials are usually not disease specific, they're safety. Can you give a drug to a person and is it safe? When we repurpose drugs, it's already gone past that phase 1 clearance. They're already, I don't want to say without side effects, but they're a tolerable, relatively safe adverse event profile. And they're effective, obviously, when we repurpose them in other areas, and we want to see if they're effective in this disease site.